Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to be going over dialogue and text boxes in RPG Maker. As soon as this decides to load. There we go. Alright, I have no idea why it's being so slow today. Anyways, let's dive right in. Hello everybody, today we're going to be learning about text boxes. Let's start here. Something seems off. Can you say what it is? What the heck is a text box? Huh? You completely skipped my question. Now this is my personal favorite, spell check. Hold on. I forgot to put an option for me being stupid. Starting this over again. Why is my computer like dying? What the heck? Probably because the it's almost full of crap. Bingo. I was taking far too long on the same. I was talking for far too long on the same line. So what I was saying was cut off. This only applies fully using basic font and same aspect ratio. Play around when/if you change those things. So when you're typing in the Maker, there's a little line that shows you where it ends for default. And it does not change depending on your font or your font size. So be aware of these things and play around with it and see what works for you. Now this is my personal favorite, spell check. If you want your game to be taken seriously, make sure your spelling and grammar are correct. There's a lot of fun things you can do with the text box. Try tracing around with any of the features found by hovering over text at the top of the window you type in. You can show icons, change colors, yell really loud, or whisper really quiet. You can also move the text box here and here. I can have a face or a bust graphic. Are you giving the player different information? Or displaying text over something else? There are endless ways to spice up your text boxes. Use them. Alright, what's down here? A stove is hot. I wouldn't touch it. Why would I touch it? I don't want to touch it now. I crave violence. Fire! Okay, something really important to note down here. The text boxes. They are covering the player characters, right? And you see the little number 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side? The text box ends on the number 4. So if you are going to display text boxes, you need to either move it to top or have a 4 gap in between the players and the text boxes, like this one. Someone needs to make this. I tried my best, okay? There needs to be a comma there. But see how the text box fits perfectly in the 4. And because I had the 2 ceiling and then the 2 wall gap, that means the text boxes, even when they are displayed at top, don't overlay with the characters. So let me show you how I did some cool stuff I did with the text box with Haley. Alright, so on this one, see how this line right here? It's very faint, but you see how this overlaps with the line right there? That means it won't show up completely using default aspect ratio, font, and size in the program. Then we have choices, where you hit display choices and you can type whatever the heck you want in here. If you don't want to mess with this, just type out however many options you want and this will auto fix itself to it, but you can do the same things here. It can be dim and transparent. You can align it left, middle, or right, and it'll show you if you're branching, if it'll not allow you to cancel, whatever you want to do. Here, the text box paused because you use stuff from this little icon right here. You can hover over it and it'll show you all your different options, or This is a new feature they added with a recent update. Insert control character, and then you select what you want it to do, and it'll do it. So that's what... That's not supposed to be an N. Why is that an N? No wonder it didn't work. So let's do this. See, it's supposed to be an I. I don't think case matters. See, now it shows the icon. I was wondering why that was bugged. But you can also, for the colors, there's the option to insert color index, and it'll show you all the different colors you have to choose from. And there's also insert icon index, so it'll tell you the number of the icon you're selecting, which is how I got to the diamond. A C0 is just setting it back to the default color. This one allows you to get bigger, and this one allows you to get smaller. Be aware, if you go from big to small, you need to, or small to big, you need to do two. One to set it to normal size, and then one to shrink or grow it. But to move the text box, it's just window position right here. You can scroll top, middle, bottom. Same with the background, it's window, dim, and transparent. Window means showing your window screen, which I can show you how to change after this. Here, to give them face graphic, you literally just double tap that and it'll pull up all the different faces you have in the face folder, which I can show you how to find as well. The best one, this one obviously didn't align right, so let's fix that. But you can show best graphics with this. This is a very difficult way to do it without plugins, because you have to have 1,000 different pictures for each different micro motion. And since they've added this quick setting, it would be a lot easier to make multiple characters appear together, because then you don't have to align them perfectly. But just be aware the picture number they have does change their order of priority. The larger the number, the higher the priority. So number 1 would be in the farthest back, 2 in front of that, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So if you want to have a bunch of different characters, be aware that the one with the lowest number will be at the back. Then yeah, that's all for that. So let me show you. Yeah, so I went to game and then open folder. And then it'll bring up the game folder. So you hit icon. Or not icon, image, sorry. Image. Then you go to faces. And you can save your face graphics here. Make sure they stay the same size, because otherwise they won't appear in the text box right. They can get really pixelated and just look really off. No idea why it did that. So just make sure that they are fitting into this size. And then the other thing I was going to show you is the window screen. This one you find same thing, image. This time though, you go to system. And then you find the window one right here. So the way this works is this corner right here is the very background. This one overlays the background. So if you want to give it a cool pattern, this one has to be repeated. Like, it doesn't just make it bigger, it repeats it. So just make sure it's not like unsymmetrical, I guess. These are the arrows that point to things in the menus and stuff like that. These appear at the bottom of text boxes. This is the window screen border, so what goes around the edges of the window screen. And this is the selector highlighter. And then these are your colors that appear when you do a color index. You can change these if you want, if you don't like all the default colors. I don't like how the default colors are arranged, but you know, that's a me thing. So here, actually, let's keep that pulled up, and then let's pull up this as well, so I can show you exactly where all the parts are. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, shut up. Okay. To see the flashing icon on the main menu, that is this right here. So that's in, right? And see the flashing, you can very, very faintly see if you squint, but you can see the lines going across the screen in the background. That's this part. The background color is that. And then the blue border going around is this. So go in. So it'd help if I had actual items. But here, let me pull up text box. See this little jumping thing right here? That's this right here. And these guys are all displayed when you do the show color index, which is this guy right here. And yeah, I think that is about it for the basics of text boxes. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!